We're at part 2 now. We've sorted by album and we've sorted by subject. So now let's get ready to sort by layout. Okay, now that I have my big subjects sorted out, some of these piles are as small as looks like a one-page layout. This looks like I can get all of these photos on 2 pages at most. So I'm going to start with using this one as an example. I'm going to take one of these accordion photo folders, and I have 2 of them in case I need them. And I do think there may be some available now from Creative Memories. If not, be on the lookout from an advisor who may have some extras. And on occasion, they come out as part of a bundle, and so they are handy, especially for this stage of sorting my photos. I'm at my local library right now, about to have a photo sorting class. In the videos, I sort a few photos, but today at the library, I have over 900 photos to sort. So I thought I'd bring a few friends in. One thing that is not in the videos is the Creative Memories Power Sort box. This box holds over 1,200 photos. So I needed something a little bit bigger than I show the folios in the videos. So depending on the size of your photo sorting project, there's something out there you can use. Also note, inside the cover is extra space for those larger items like certificates and 8x10 photos. Now, I did something unusual. I made myself some little tabs. And this is, I think, a 2-inch by 4-inch, 4 inches tall, 2 inches wide. And I took the tab punch and I put a tab on it. And this is just scrap paper. So I made these out of scrap paper. But what I'll do is I'll put a little pencil note. I can erase them if I need to. And to separate these in my little folder. So for instance, I think Bucky here will be a 2-page layout. So I'm going to put him in a pocket. And I'm going to put one of these that says 2 pages behind it, just so I know it's there. Now, this is an intermediate step that I sometimes follow and sometimes do not. More times lately, I do because I'm getting such a large quantity of photos. If it was something different, let's say BOMA, I would not put this intermediate step in here, and I'll explain that next. But this is a 1-page layout about the Hydro Surge show. So that's a 1-page. So I'm going to put that in here in the folder under 1 page. And I'm going to put a little tab telling me it's 1 page. Now, the reason I have these little tabs is there's only a few slots in this folder here, this folio. But it will hold quite a few pictures. See, it can expand quite a bit. So I could put, for instance, both the photos for the Buc-ee's layout and the photos for the Hydro Surge and separate them with this little tab. And that's the point of the tab. So the next step I'll illustrate, I'm going to pick one of these piles, and I think I'll pick the dolphins right here. There was a punch a few years ago that had dolphins on them, and I don't have that punch. Oh, sad me. Okay, I'm going to pick this one rather randomly. and say, okay, what photos would I put together on a layout? Okay, so these would definitely go together on the layout. This is from the show, so I put these together. Now I'm not cutting them up because they're all the same subject, so for the moment, they're just so cute. Okay, and so let's talk about. I got so many. That was so cute. Quite a zoomed in photo. Okay, so this is a one page layout right here. The two dolphins. So that's a one page. When I get a lot of photos like this of a similar subject, now I keep in mind that at 4x6, I tend to get 3 or 4 4x6 photos on a page. I know that's how I scrap. Now, this is actually 2 photos. So I'm not counting how many photos, I'm counting how many 4x6 spaces I would have on a layout. And so I know that on a page, I don't want more than 4 photos, 4 of these prints on any given page because there's just no more room. I mean, you can fit 6 on there, and I have done it. You can wallpaper um, your page with photos. Of course, you can crop, um, but I start with the 4, and then if, for example, if I did 4 and I said, you know what, I'm going to end up cutting. I'll cut these into 3x3s instead of 3x4s, and that'll give me more space. Then I can add another um, layout, add another photo. I'm also asking myself, do I have a limit on the number of pages that I want to dedicate to the dolphins? And the next question is also, um, what's the story I want to tell? Because a lot of these are, okay, this is before the show. That's cute. This is before the show. I think this is a beautiful um, close-up picture of the dolphins. These are beautiful leaping dolphin photos, which is what most of these are. I adore that one. And so this is the multiple dolphin leaps, okay, and then the single dolphin leaps. And then the dolphins in the tank and the dolphins splashing. And so as I go and I look at my photos, certain stories just kind of start coming out naturally. And actually, this goes with this. So these 3 photos now make a one-page layout. These 2 make a one-page layout, but I think there are more photos I could put with it. Yeah, that goes there. And so let's see, just on a basic numbers game. Okay, if I say 3 photos here, that's one page. This is 4 photos. That's one page. That's 4 photos. Okay, so I want these to be a page, and I want these to be a page, which can probably be 2-page layout right there. And I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 prints. But every single one of these is 3 by 4. So I'm going to say that I can get these 10 prints on a 2-page layout. So what do I have? I have one 2-page layout. I have a second 2-page layout. And if I put these two together, I have a third 2-page layout. So I have 3 2-page layouts, which I think is definitely reasonable for me to have in an album on the subject of dolphins. So page 1, layout number 1, dolphins, layout number 2, dolphins, and layout number 3 of dolphins. So when I have my layouts now down to this level of detail, I am actually ready to put them into not the folio. I'm ready to put these into. I hope you're finding this content useful. If so, please leave a comment below. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch the next video in the series.